Hi there, my name is Migluma. I'm an electronic music composer, producer, and vocalist, and today I want to show you how to record vocals on Ableton Live. Things you'll need: a microphone, a sound card, I'm using a Scarlett, headphones, I'm using Audio-Technica ones, and of course, a computer. I am working on Ableton Live Suite. In case you have another version, it will work as well. The microphone that I'm using, it is a condenser mic. It's from Audio-Technica. You could also just use a dynamic microphone. Yeah, like any type of microphone. Like I remember I just started out with a microphone who doesn't even have like an XLR cable on it. It had some other connection. So it was like a really, really cheap one. It doesn't matter. Like sometimes I would even record my vocals into the microphone of my phone, and that will work as well. All of it depends on, what kind of music you make and what's the stylistic approach you want to make. A lot of my friends are just like recording their vocals into the inbuilt microphone of Mac. I've done that as well. Like it gives character. But if you want clean vocals, like in the studio, how much reverberation does your room have? It's best if you're recording in a treated room, but of course, if you're just starting out, you're not gonna have that. I don't even have that. So what I usually do is either you go to a closet which has a lot of clothes hanging on the walls so that the sound is absorbed and not bouncing off the walls. Or another really fun thing you can do is to make a fort. Literally, I saw my friends doing a fort from, that clothes hanger? So like the thing you hang your clothes on, right? You put a big duvet on top, like some thick duvets, and then there's this little hole that you crawl under and you record your stuff there because the sound just doesn't travel too far there. Or if I'm singing quite close to the mic and not too loud, of course, the sound just doesn't travel too far. The microphone absorbs it faster than it gets to bounce. Yeah, honestly, just go to the closet. We open the Ableton, and this is what we see. No, actually, this is what you see. Don't mind this little thing here. I'm just recording my voice as I'm speaking. You will want to go to Live, Settings, select Audio, and then see if the audio input is your sound card. Audio output should also be your sound card. I'm leaving this thing because I'm recording. So make sure your buffer size is 128 or lower. Input sample rate, either this or 48,000. For the output device, select your audio interface. Okay, moving on. Automatically, Ableton opens up in session view. We want to select these 3 tracks and delete them. We won't need them right now. Please ignore this little thingy right here because I just need it for the sake of recording this video. Let's rename this track. Right click, rename vocal 1, and let's make sure that our input of the microphone is the right one. Exterior in, let's choose the first input, which is our microphone, and when you arm it, you should see some action. Okay, disarm. Let's move on to the arrangement view. Top right corner. I will select 8 bars. Then I would press Command L and it will loop it. You can also use this button right here. Let's record it. So we need to arm the track and then press Auto to hear ourselves. Okay, this is reverb. This is a return track. So what is a return track is that if I'm using a reverb here, rather than just putting it straight onto the audio, it kind of gives me more clarity on the actual vocal rather than if the reverb is on the track, it makes it really mushy. So like the effect is like integrated into the track. But if you're using a return track, then you have the dry signal and you have the wet signal on top of it. and you can adjust the amount of the wetness. So this is what we are doing. We're adjusting the wetness. So I'm gonna put the metronome. By the way, if your metronome is super loud, you can go to this bottom corner right here, right near to the main. And this one, this blue thingy that says -6, just like turn it down. Okay, chose 16. So obviously I didn't start at the very end, so I'm gonna move it and extend it right there because it recorded it. So good. Great. Let's insert another audio track and another audio track. We're gonna make a harmony out of this. And we can arm a second track, disarm the first one. And of course, press auto and then add some reverb. So what I'm gonna do is make the levels a little bit less than they are. They're now on 0. I'm gonna make one of them like -7, another one -4. And then I also want to pan them a little bit. So what panning is like this little button right here, and when you move it to the left or to the right, the sound just moves to the left or to the right. Let's group this because it's like a nice harmony that we want to have in one pot. Group it, Command G when you have selected that, and maybe take down all of the reverb from the tracks, and instead of that we're just gonna put the reverb on the group itself. Let's make a new audio track, which will be our main vocal. I'm gonna rename it for the sake of clarity, main vocal. And let's turn down the harmony group just a tiny bit, maybe -2.5 or something. Let's keep the main vocal more dry than the other harmony parts, so it would stand out a little bit more. Baby, what's with delay? Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling okay? Baby, what's with delay? Are you feeling okay? What I would just do now is I would add more harmonies, just like we did before. Maybe I would make another audio track, duplicate that, group it, so I know that this is like a harmony for my top line. Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling okay? Baby, what's with delay? Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling okay? I added an EQ and compressor on my main vocal channel. You can do the same to your harmony groups. I added some compressor there as well. And when you have everything to your liking, when you like the sound, you want to export it. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I just select the range that I want to export. And you could also just Command L, loop it, and export that loop. Then you go to File, Export Audio. You want to make sure you're exporting a RAW type of file because you want the best possible quality. Bit depth is usually on 24. And yeah, that's it. Export. I want to give a shout out to those who are just starting out, especially for the ladies vocalists who might have never recorded their own stuff before. It's really encouraged to dig a little bit more into music production because it's not that difficult, honestly. The more of us, the merrier. Anyway.
Are you feeling okay? Maybe what's with delay? Are you feeling okay?
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got at least a little bit more inspired and learned something new. Follow for more and see you next time. Bye!